Yep. So first off, opening the statement, once again, I want to apologize to the media for taking too long to get out here. Um, Huge win for us, obviously. We didn't play great. We didn't play our best. I don't think that we executed what we wanted to do offensively or defensively at a high enough level, but we found a way to win. And some of the things that we did really well that put us in position to win, our offensive rebounding, we had 43% of our offensive rebounds. We held them to 25%, which would be, we had the third highest offensive rebounding percentage against them on the year, and we held them to third fewest offensive rebounding percentage on the year. And then obviously making free throws. I think those two things were a big catalyst, three things in terms of winning the game where we didn't play well. It's once again against James Madison. It's not so much about wins and losses, although they obviously matter. It's about the process. I thought our process against James Madison was at a higher level than it was tonight. We didn't play great, but credit to our guys to figure out a way to win when things aren't going our way. I think we didn't do a great job of handling what we felt in the moment of injustice on multitude of levels, but at the end of the day, our guys responded, made clutch free throws, made clutch rebounding plays offensively and defensively, and we found a way to win an important game, which now there's 5 teams currently tied in first place in the Sun Belt, and you lose a game in this league, you can go from being tied for first to 7th in a heartbeat. So, huge win for us, and then obviously we've got some really good opponents we got to prepare for on the road.
Floor is open to questions.
Coach, what made this game so much different from the one down at San Marcos?
One, we didn't make shots. At San Marcos, we shot 56% from 3. So, instead of being 6 of 24, you're talking 6 more threes. That's 18 points. It's a totally different game. I thought that we played better offensively and defensively. They scored 75% at the rim, which is it's really difficult to win games like that. Man, this guy just makes winning plays. If you take a look at even our last game against Troy, right? He didn't even take a shot. He went full Dennis Rodman, and never complained, never was demanding the ball, never got emotional, made the right plays, found ways to impact winning without scoring. And obviously tonight he finished with 11 points. But it's one thing, Jalen Hampton is a junkyard dog. He is a winner. He's going to impact winning in a multitude of ways. Some nights it's going to be scoring. Some nights it's going to be making shots. Every night it's going to be rebounding and defending at a high level and making elite level hustle plays and trying to play the right way. And I'd say this, man, if Jalen Hampton ain't on this roster, we don't win this game. And there's multiple games like that we could say. And the impact he's going to have on our team over the next 15, 20 games is massive because the way he plays the game is everything that I believe in and stand for, which is purity. The way Jalen plays is pure. Yeah, guy just loves ball, plays to win, tries to make the right play at the right time, and I think everyone can appreciate the toughness and effort he plays with.
Let's talk about what Bush was saying.
Coming in, I knew there was a great offensive rebounding team, so my mindset was really to just crush the glass, stay aggressive on the glass, find ways I could help my teammates on the defensive end, and just stay consistent.
Chandler, I wanted to ask you about the defensive end of the court, just what they were doing, especially the second half. How tough was it to keep them out of the paint?
For us, we just have to move our feet and do our principles. We've done it before. We've stopped teams from scoring before, and so tonight it was just little mental errors, a little late on some things, but towards the end we were able to get the stops when it counted. So that's what matters, get the win. But to second half, first half, we just got to continue what we was doing when we first started and bring it on to the second half and keep doing it the whole game. And that's what Coach talked about. Just keep being consistent with the defense. Like we started off good with defense, but just continued with that pressure throughout the whole game. But when we needed it the most, we got the stops.
Chandler, you didn't allow your damage to the free throw line, so just kind of talk about what you were seeing with their defense that kind of allowed you to be effective in that part of the game.
Coach calls me bowling ball, get down, hill. And so, I mean, I feel like it's very hard to stop me downhill, going downhill. You have to foul me. So I feel like just putting pressure on the rim, just doing that, and then they foul majority of the time. So that was good for me.
I mean, here's the thing with Chan, to comment on that, right? Like, he's an unbelievable driver with physicality that leads, obviously, great finishes, creates rim pressure for kick-out threes and draws fouls. But his shooting ability continues to open up that. Here's the thing that people don't know. Chandler, since he stepped on campus in June, through 7,000 practices that they have in college, has shot 40% from three. And, his confidence in his three-point shot, big shots that he makes, is going to continue to open up driving lanes for us, it's huge. And then the forcing that he drives with is like a bowling ball. I mean, he's really tough to guard, and he's going to continue to draw fouls at that level.
Coach, last half of the quarter, or last half of the half, Texas State just wasn't going away. You end up winning by one. Is there a lot of value to a team to hold off a team like that? It doesn't seem to just want to go away when you end up winning.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm not happy with the way that we played, right? But what we did do is find a way to win. And you're not going to play perfect every night. The great teams just play their system and their principles more consistent than others. And so to be able to win a game that we didn't play great, it's monumental, because at the end of this season, it's going to come down to one or two losses for who's finishing first and who's finishing ninth, just like it did last year. And our guys figured out how to come together and win.
Lastly, you guys are obviously going on, I think it's a 4-game road coming up, so just what do you want to see from your guys on kind of going on the road and kind of trying to build up this momentum?
I mean, fortunately, we've done pretty well on the road. I think our confidence on the road is really good. But it's more so just building on what we're capable of doing in terms of all of the positives that we had against James Madison and Troy, to be able to play consistent. It's like one of our biggest Achilles is consistency. For 35 minutes against Troy, who's maybe the best team in the league, where we played fantastic. The last 5 minutes, we gave up 23 points. In 5 minutes, we gave up 51 points in the first 35 minutes. And then I think we came out tonight, and I don't think we played it the way that we're supposed to play. So big thing on the road is consistency, because that's, at the end of the day, the more we can perform at that level consistently, it's going to make a massive impact at the end of the season, because you got back-to-back games coming up, and you've got to be able. You don't have time to prep. You don't have time to adjust. You either are going to have your principles in, or you're not, right? And so you don't have time to practice for a whole new game, and that's the biggest goal on the road.